So how am I trading gold? So right now what you're looking at is my thinkorswim monitor with the gold chart. So I can go over how I'm trading gold. So when you hear me saying, I'm looking at my other monitors all the time, and this is what's setting up and this is what's happening. I'm looking at my thinkorswim monitors where I have my tools that I trade with. So these boxes right here, these green and purple boxes, these teal and purple or whatever, that is my indicator. And then down here is my other indicator, which is my permission. The top one I call my trigger. The bottom one I call my permission. So on Thursday when I was trading gold, I was casino trading and not following my system. And you're going to see that right here. This is Thursday's chart. This is what should have happened on Thursday. Clearly, this is not what happened on Thursday. End up getting DLL on one combine, and the other ones almost got DLL as well. Whereas had I traded my system properly, I would have passed all my combines on Thursday. So this is what happens. In between this lighter color area, you have this black box. This is the window of time that I would trade in. And actually gold, I stopped trading at 11 o'clock. So anything that sets up after 11 a.m., I do not trade in gold. It could be a great setup, but I don't trade it anymore. The probabilities start to go down after 11 o'clock. For whatever reason, that's just what happens. I do not trade in the overnight sessions either with this strategy. So currently right now, what happens is I have these green boxes and I'm looking for a trigger to trade. So green, I'm looking for a switch to the short side. I call this the simple switch. So right here we got our switch, got the purple boxes indicating a short trade. But then I got to come down here and find permission. So as long as these dashes are descending, then I have permission to get in. So this dash right here is lower than this dash here. Let's do this so we can see it better. So we can see this dash is now descending. It's lower than that dash, giving me permission to get into this trade short. So there's the first trade of the day is right there. Easy money winner. Now typically with gold, I just take one trade a day, but I can take a second trade if a good setup happens. What is a good setup? When I have a nice, trending move. In this case, it's to the downside. My dashes are trending with it, and we get a bump in the road right here. A little bump in the road and then continuation. So you can see that continuation triggers the next switch to the downside with this candle basically equal to or lower than what was happening before it. And my dashes are still declining. So this would have been a sweet setup. This doesn't happen very often. And when it does, I can go huge on it because it's like 95% probability that I'm going to hit the target here pretty easily. My strategy is a one-to-one strategy. So what happens is when a trade sets up, I'm going to remove this. In this case, I see green, right? Purple switching to green, indicating a long potential. Trigger to the long side. I look down here, do not have permission to take it. Okay, so now I'm waiting. And then we see that green switch back to purple. I look down here, I got permission to take it. Now this candle is moving around and this box is moving the whole time. It's following what's going on with the candle. So then I can come over here and take my tool as it's moving around and mark it up. Now it'll keep on moving, but I can see here now that when this candle closes, this will ultimately be my risk right here. I'm doing one-to-one. So my stop is there, my target is there. So 2757, and so basically 2764. So I have pretty decent size risk here on gold on this move. We'll say roughly $7 to $8 risk, which is about $100 per contract per dollar. So we're looking at around $700 to $800 per contract on this move right here. Now when this candle closes, I can do this markup again, or right click, activate, and just move. And I can even have it activated waiting for it to close. Enter my trade, come over and drag this. The spacing will not change. So now that's in, and then I know where my stop is, my target, and all that stuff. On the 5-minute candle, this is easy to do. On the 1-minute candle, things move fast, and this is a lot harder to do on the 1-minute candle. But that's basically my strategy in gold. So I'm looking for 1 to 2 trades a day. A switch. Do I have permission to take the trade? And then I'm in the trade. And then that's it. I'm done. Unless I get a bump in the road right here. And then nice second setup right there. Okay, and this is what a long trade looks like. So right here we had switch from purple to teal. indicating a long trade. And then my permission has my dashes, going up. Give me permission to get in long. Enter the trade right there. Stop is here. Target is there. And easy money. So this trading like this makes trading easy for me. If I trade on discretion, is basically what I did on Thursday, and what I did with several of those other combines. Discretion. When I trade on discretion, I do not do well. When I have to do, basically what I think is going to happen, it's a disaster. I start looking for subjective viewpoints, on different things like, oh, this could be long, this could be short, and then I start hunting for confirmation bias to justify my feelings or the things that I want to happen, my bias or whatever it might be in that moment. And it just really messes me up. And then when I get into trades, it's like, do I get out now? Do I get out later? I know this should be the target, but will it actually get there? And I start to second guess all these things. And it really messes me up to trade based on discretion. Having the simple switch indicator set up here, this makes it very easy for me. I just wait till I see the switch, and then I know where to mark it up from. And then it tells me where to get out, tells me my profit target, tells me everything. And then I just do it. And, when I have something like this, it also makes it easy when I know what that probability is. And then I don't have to worry about it. Just trade it. And that's it. And then track it and make sure it still works. And if it starts to decline below a success percentage that's not acceptable, then I hit pause, figure out what I need to do to fix it, and then continue trading. So that's how I trade gold. But on Thursday, I did not do that. As you saw in that video, I was all over the place. It was madness. I was totally emotionally trading. So yes, you heard FOMO in there. You heard regret in there, as some comments had mentioned. You heard fear in there. You heard all kinds of emotional disaster in there. And there was definitely a lot of regret because this is what should have happened on the day. But because I went into the casino, I got out of my system and caused a failure. Now, this is not a 100% strategy, which means I have losers coming. So I gave up a green day by hitting DLL on one of my combines, casino trading, and now I have red days coming. And if they come right away, that can make this worse. So then I did not trade on Friday. And let's look at what happened on Friday. Here's Friday. So right now we have this this little switch in consolidation that I could have taken, and I would have taken a small loss on that. So, or a loss on it. I shouldn't say a small loss. It's a small move, but I would have taken a loss on it, which would have been, mentally or emotionally been a bit defeating. And then we had the second switch to the long side of here. You can still see this is flat. It's not moving above. Make this even easier to see. It's not clearly above. No trade to the long side. And then we got the switch here. Back to the short side. Clearly descending. Enter the trade. Stop. Target. Winner. So, and that was at 925. So it would have been a bit of an emotional roller coaster on Friday as well. But I would have had a chance to recover the loss and maybe even squeeze out some bonus money is what would have happened to me on Friday. So hopefully when I trade next week, I come back in, I'll be looking at some winners and not losers, but I'll take what the market gives me and I'll just try to stay focused. But that's basically my strategy in gold. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm looking at on my other monitor. When you hear me referencing, I'm looking at my other monitor. I have a setup. There's a trade taking place, a short's about to, all those things. This is what I'm looking at. If you're new to my channel, you can watch my live trade uploads that I upload. I try to upload every single day. But every day that I trade, I upload my live trades. So on my channel with the prop firm trading right now, every trade, pretty much every trade is recorded and uploaded. And the very rare occasion that I'm not able to do that, I still come in, show you the chart and do a recap. But that's like, I think that twice in a year, but it does happen. But for the most part, every trade I do is recorded. I talk about my trades, why, when, all that good stuff. And I upload them daily on my channel, and you can see my successes and my failures. All right, everybody. See you on the next trade.